Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Abby and today what we're going to discuss is a business plan for your property portfolio. But before we get started, I want you to subscribe to my channel, turn that bell notification on so you get alerted every Wednesday at 7 p.m. when I post. So let's go. So guys, the first thing I'm going to discuss is to find sources. Finding sources will be a brilliant way to actually get started in the property world because they make things so much easier. These sources basically build a relationship with the landlord, and the landlord will tell them, this is what I'm looking for. And then when they bring you to the table and say, you're a property manager, you provide a guaranteed rent scheme where you will basically be happy to pay a specific amount a month to them whilst running their property. This will be amazing just because things will be so much more easier and you don't need to struggle with people saying yes or no to your face, because your sourcer was that middleman who literally put everything together to make life so much easier. So make sure you find sources. The next thing I'm going to speak about is to build relationships. So as you're building relationships with these people, then things become so much easier because then they have more trust in you. They know that, okay, this person actually brings a lot to the table. So they're willing to actually give more people to you. So for example, more landlords. And then as they're giving more landlords, you're smiling once again because then things are so much more easier. They could be communicating with you to tell you there's something on the market. Are you interested? Are you not? And I promise you, when you do things like this is how you build a property portfolio. You will realize that once you're in it, you're going to keep, growing and growing and growing. It's actually very easy. It's not a thing where I don't want you guys to overthink it and think that, okay, this is a really long thing to do. This is really hard. Honestly, it depends on you. But I believe if you put your mind to it, you could probably have 15 properties you're running within a year. Honestly, even more than that. I'm actually just trying to not be as ambitious right now. But I'm telling you, once you, for example, within that 1 month, you get people in, let's go to the second month now, let's go to the third month now. Literally, it just keeps growing, and then people could come within a week. Like, it's very fast. So it's a thing where in my mastermind, I basically show you how to show your properties everywhere so people do say yes, and to make sure that your pricing is right, and that's how you get people faster. And I promise you, this is the answer to building a property portfolio. Number 3, networking. Guys, I believe networking is incredible, and this is what will really help you as well. And for me personally, I network with a lot of people in Facebook groups. Guys, you will get so much things in Facebook groups just because with Facebook groups, it's amazing. There's so much adults there that have a great experience. And there's also so many young people there as well, which have great experience. So it's time for you to start getting yourself out there, networking with people, tell people this is what you do. And then more people will be willing to speak to you, message you and say, oh, do you know what? Well, I do this, or I cover this area. Are you interested? And that is how things will become better too. Number 4, the next one is to be consistent. Guys, consistency is key in whatever you do. You can't be in a situation where you're like, okay, I want to do this and I want to do that, but I'm not actually willing to put the work into it. If you're not going to put the work into it, don't expect to see results, and that's just it. People do this thing where they just expect it to come with their finger. Like, no, you need to search for this. This is why I say you have to be hungry. In a property market, properties go very fast, even with the rent-to-rent strategy, because when there's property managers like yourself search for rent-to-rent places and they can see that, oh my gosh, this is a good opportunity, a lot of people will take it. This is why it's very good to build that networking community and to be speaking to your sourcer every single day if you haven't got a property of yet. And then finally, the last thing I'm going to speak about is with all that money that you're making with this property portfolio, as you're renting out these places and you're giving the landlord guaranteed rent, the last thing I'm going to say is, and of course making that profit on top, the last thing I'm going to say is make sure you save this money. Don't make the mistake where you have all this money and you're just spending it recklessly because you haven't seen money before. Honestly, because some people are like that, where they're like, oh my gosh, and they be moving all crazy. Then they start getting upset thinking, oh my gosh, what have I done? Be smart with your money. Be disciplined with your money. Don't make the mistake where you're going to splash it out in a club, splash it out to your friends, splash it out on your girl or your boyfriend or whatever it is. Don't make that mistake. Save that money, stack up that money. Of course, you got to tax some of that money, obviously, if we're making over 11.2, okay? But what I'm just trying to say is stack up that money and use that money to buy your first buy-to-let residential property. And when you do that, you're smiling because now this is yours. This is your property. It's now in your name. And also, what I will say is, after everything that you've done, even when you have a buy-to-let, you can keep on doing this rent-to-rent strategy and keep on going. And as you keep on going, your money will start quadrupling, or that's not even a word, but your money will just start growing and growing and growing and growing and growing even more. This is why I say in the property market, it is unlimited. You can do anything you want, but you need to make sure you're hungry for it and you're actually doing it rather than just sitting on your bum expecting it to come to you. Okay guys, so first of all, I want to say thank you so much for watching. This was a quick video, but I just wanted to show you how that is a business plan in my eyes. Because once you execute all of the things that I've said, you're literally smiling. So once again, guys, I want you to make sure you subscribe to my channel, turn that bell notification on so you get alerted every Wednesday at 7 p.m. when I post. And make sure you follow me on Instagram, it's Oniru. And guys, I'll see you next week. Bye.